Hello, lovely people. It's just been a big storm here, and I really got inspired by this storm. Yes. Hmm. How do you feel like, when there's a big storm? You start to see the clouds right there on the horizon or on top of the mountains, and it feels scary. Then you're expecting some rain, some thunders, some lightning. Yeah, this is the same when we are experiencing a huge awakening. And as you know, a lot of things gonna happen very, very soon. Now, what I've been guided to share today is hold on, your wise self. And the question is, what do you trust? Do you trust in God? Do you trust in the goddess? Do you trust in any deities? Do you trust in your higher self? That whatever is going to happen, you're gonna be fine. Because either if it's a lesson to you, for you to learn, either there is some discomfort in experiences that you will experience, even bad feelings, has negative feelings as sadness, grief, fears, anger. These things happen for you for a reason, right? Because any triggers, any negative experiences, any traumas or shock are there for you so you can grow, right? Your triggers are your teachers. So people ask me, but what do you do? What do you do? Well, one of my gifts is helping people to awaken. And also because it's such a critical phase. It's that phase when you feel confused, that everything around you feels so weird, strange. Whatever you liked before, you might have aversions, you might hate it, and you have this imbalance of feelings, mood swings, all this, and you started to question anything. You started to awaken into anything. Then it could be something particular. I had different and huge awakenings in my life, and one day I will actually write down a book because there's so much to tell that I can't really put everything in a maybe 10 minutes video. But yeah, I've been through lots of changes in my life, and I always ended, feels like you're inside a tunnel, you are in this storm, all this lightning over you, and it's the beginning of the awareness of something needs to change. Sometimes it's the question is, but what do I need to change? And then you all start to unpack and open. And then of course you would choose the priority, pick the one, the most important one, what is the strongest one, and you work with. Then the thunders, all these scary sounds from the celestial realms, from the skies. That is the emotional impact of the awakening. The consequences, what the awakening brings. The awakening is changing. Now, different people had different awakenings, different times of their lives. So I actually have my helper here, my assistant. This is what I actually used a lot throughout my first awakening. That was the only thing I could relate that time. I had a few guides, a few, teachers, like physical teachers. They all started really be mystical with those babies, those crystals. And I remember that I was crying it out. I really felt that I couldn't stop crying. And if you relate to this, you probably experienced that you couldn't stop crying. Even your lips were numb. They were shaking, and you couldn't stop crying. And I didn't have the tools back then. Then it started to get easy because I had, the meditation was easier. Whatever the vision started to have. And the tapping, the shamanic journeys and other techniques, whatever, NLP, positive psychology. And so from crystals, everything changed. And you might wonder, but what was the awakening? Yes. So the awakening for me was my dad came, and there was a lot of forgiveness. There was a lot of I remember I was just forgiving everyone in my family, first of all, because I grew up and my mom always been a giver, my dad too, but they were always very busy with their businesses, and I always felt being abandoned or not being hugged enough when I was little. So it all builds up basically, and that was the first forgiveness, and this stone just made me stop. I finally stopped crying. It was a huge healing, from the spirit of the rose quartz. Then the other experiences, this one was the first one, and for me this one was from the heart up. It was really, really, let's say, a masculine awakening. Then I got the feminine one after a few years, and it all started from when I was pregnant with my first child, and there's another big story about it. And that was mainly the sensual awakening, the connection that we have with our yoni, gratitude spot, the cervix, and the womb, and that was huge. And this was actually specialized because I really like when mothers to be give opportunities, chance for their baby to be born naturally. And if you don't know your body specifically, if you don't know the powers, if you don't know how to open your yoni, how to open to receive from the gratitude spot, if you don't know how to open and close your cervix through your breathing, and how to connect to your womb. And how is your womb? How is your womb? Have you ever connected? What are the lights there? Who is in there? What's the sound? There's a lot we store in our wombs as women. And so, my call is to really get to know yourself If you're interested in awakening, please go ahead and do your researches. This is the time, this is your time. And I can help you if you're searching from the masculine, the power up, or the feminine, the letting go, and still connected to your strong point, your womb, your body, connecting to your feminine centers, your femininity. All right, let me know if you want to learn more about my stories of my awakenings. And I feel another one is coming because I had very, very weird things happening lately during nighttime, when I wasn't really conscious. Big stuff, big stuff. So thank you so much for your time, and let me know if you want to learn more. Sending love and light. Remember, you are loved. You will always be loved.